Hi, happy Wednesday, and welcome to Now, the fun show hosted by me, Curtis P. Today we're kicking the entire show off talking about a cool topic that is coming up in the near future, but of course many people are talking about it today, that being the PlayStation 4. You know, that like next generation console or something. Sony today released a massive FAQ about the brand new console, and I thought, hey, let's go through all this, because there's some actually pretty big parts into this. First big thing here, no external hard drives. Don't think about bringing your old hard drive to the new platform. You can't do that. No, the PlayStation 4 does ship with an internal drive that is 500 gigs in size, and you can upgrade that drive to any size of drive as long as it's larger than 160 gigs, but don't think about connecting an external drive using USB because that isn't gonna work. This being a big thing because some games actually take up a large portion of your hard drive. Some games even taking up to like 30-ish gigs of your hard drive just to save a bunch of assets and stuff onto your local device. So that 500 gig capacity could be eaten up pretty quickly. Another thing to talk about here, PlayStation Plus, that brand new paid platform for the online world that is PlayStation. You will have to buy a PlayStation Plus subscription to play multiplayer online, but apps like movies and music are free to every user. So there's still a free component, though they are pushing towards the Xbox Live type of aspect here, which is basically you pay to play. One thing to note about that is the music factor here, because the PlayStation 4 does not support MP3s. So if you planned on loading this thing up with a bunch of your music, yeah, not gonna work. Sony is instead pushing people towards its new music platform instead, which is kind of annoying because if you like to listen to music while you're playing your games, you just can't do that anymore. Though, you probably have like an iPhone or something, so you can just like turn that on and put earbuds in or something. It's not as elegant though. An interesting fact that they pointed out here though, multiplayer between the PlayStation 4 and the PlayStation 3 could be possible in the near future, so that's a plus. Though from the plus to the negative here, your in-game recordings, yeah, don't be thinking about sharing those on YouTube, or even copying them from the PlayStation 4 to another device. At launch, you'll be able to share your videos on Facebook, Ustream, and on Twitch. No other site, unfortunately. You can't like get it off to edit it or anything. It's kind of a mess. Hopefully in the future though, they'll change that so people who want to record like Let's Plays and stuff like that can do it right on the device. Though of course a capture card is a great investment if you're thinking about doing that. Of course the PlayStation 4 will be launching on November 15th. If you are interested in picking one up, you can already pre-order it if you haven't already done that. Of course launch titles include Killzone, Assassin's Creed 4, Battlefield 4, and the new Call of Duty Ghosts. So some pretty sweet games there if you're thinking about picking up a PlayStation 4. Looks pretty cool, though myself, I'm gonna like hold off for a little bit of time. Touching on a topic we talked about yesterday, that being Google Glass, it looks like someone finally got a ticket for wearing Google Glass while driving. A Google Glass user was pulled over Tuesday night, originally because of speeding, but when the cop actually approached the vehicle and noticed she was wearing glass, he also decided to charge her because of that. Now, at the current time, many states actually don't outlaw using Google Glass, but they are pushing forth legislation to do that. Basically treating Google Glass like a smartphone, because if you think about it, that's basically what it is, except it's even worse because it's like right in front of your eye. So when doing something like driving, probably not the best thing. So it's technically not illegal, though the cop did find another way to actually position this, that being the fact that the device can provide a live video feed into the view of the driver, which is illegal in California. My personal opinion on all of this, don't use Google Glass while driving. That's like just the worst thing ever. Next up in the world of automotives, because GM CEO kind of wants people to buy cars on the internet now. Think of it like ordering a brand new iPhone from Apple, except now you're buying a full-sized car from GM. The GM CEO hopes for it to be a potential step away from the traditional means of getting a car. That being, of course, going to a dealership, looking at the car, test driving the car, seeing if it's a good car. Nah, don't do that anymore. Just order it on the internet. $40,000 car on like a 5-year plan? Yeah, sure, charge that on my credit card. Because the last thing I want to do is like test drive the car or like see if it has a frickin' engine that works. For me, no, not something I kind of want to do. I really want to go to the dealership here. And this could be actually problematic for dealers in the future. So yeah, in the near future, buying a car online. Is it smart? I don't think so, but you'll be able to do it. And touching on the last topic of the day, let's talk about Halloween, because that is only a few days away. And looks like a woman in Fargo, North Dakota has decided to put the cap on all the fun that's happening on Halloween. The woman is hoping to make a stand on child obesity on the day in which everyone gives out candy to children. Her idea is to give children who have a few extra pounds on them a letter instead of a sweet treat. Which I just have to say, thanks for killing the mood, lady, because You know, that's what I want as a kid. A portion of the letter reading, your child, in my opinion, is moderately obese and should not be consuming sugar or treats to the extent of some children this Halloween season. It continues on by saying, my hope is that you will step up as a parent to ration the candy this Halloween and not allow your child to continue these unhealthy eating habits. Good luck, lady. I hope your house is still intact after Halloween. And I do not stand on that. I have a box of chocolate upstairs beside my door ready to give out to kids. In the event that kids do not come to my house, though, I will consume it all and become very fat. Just a fact of life. Halloween is great for kids and for parents and for people giving out candy. It is like one of the best holidays ever. Kids are happy. Parents are happy, people giving out candy are happy, people who like looking at people in slutty costumes are happy. Everyone's happy! One last thing though that I did want to squeeze into here because Halloween is just around the corner. I found this fun Halloween costume bingo thing online and it's kind of cool to see all of the different costumes from Miley Cyrus to Pixar, Breaking Bad, Gaga, and of course, even the Fox. So as you can see, my costume actually falls into one of the bingo squares, which is kind of interesting, but I kind of want to know about yours. Tell me what you're planning on being this Halloween, or if you're not dressing up, what you would be dressing up as. You can let me know in the comments section down below. It'll be interesting to see how many people's costumes actually fall into like this bingo card. Though if you don't want to tell me down below, you can also let me know on my Facebook page, Twitter account, or through Google+. Links to all that and the other topics I talked about in today's episode in the description down below. Check out all the links down there, tons of really cool stuff. Of course, if you enjoyed today's show, why not hit that like button, subscribe, and maybe even share the show with your friends. Until tomorrow, I'm Curtis Parody, and that's what's happening now. And I'm a fox right now. It's like amazing. Have yourselves a great Halloween. I'll see you guys tomorrow.